Hi, I'm Elizabeth with Goodwill, and we have folks all the time asking us about projects, repurposing projects, how-to projects on our Pinterest page, and so we thought we'd show you how to make a wreath out of ties. I've got Karen here today with Goodwill. She does stuff at home all the time, and she's an expert, so she's going to teach us how to make this wreath. How are you today?
Oh, good. Thank you for having me, Elizabeth.
Oh, thanks for being here, Karen. So what do we need to complete this project?
Well, the supplies you will need is a wire ring. It's 12-inch ring available at craft stores, a dozen ties from Goodwill, and you can use a color scheme or mix them up. I like them mixed up better. A pair of scissors, straight pins, some buttons that I recommend about 3/4 to an inch in diameter, a measuring tape or a ruler, and some thread, and you're ready to go from there.
That sounds great. Okay, Karen, let's go ahead and see how this is made.
Okay, Elizabeth, you got your ties picked out. Take one of your ties, and it's probably easier if you turn it over and measure about 9 to 10 inches. I go about 9.5 inches. Mark it with your finger. And then cut off your piece here. Pick up your ring. And I like to start with a little overlapping and part of the tie tucked behind the wire. So it gives it a little more stability. Pull the tie down. Oh, it's down a little further than I want it to be. So I'll go back and put this a little more down here. You can fix it to where you want it to be consistent all the way through. That looks good. I'll pull this down, hold it with my thumb and forefinger. You can hold in between the wires. And secure this with a straight pin. You want it to feel nice and snug on there. You do this with the rest of the ties, so you're filling the ring all the way around, and you've got straight pins securing each one of them. Then come the buttons. Start anywhere on the wreath and pulling off one pin at a time, sew a button on. Again, we recommend buttons about 3/4 to an inch in diameter so they show up. I like to have the buttons contrasting color from the ties. So stitch them on one at a time, and then when it's complete, you've got the wreath with all your ties on here and secured with buttons.
This looks great, Karen. I love the buttons you chose for it.
Well, thank you. As you can see, I used contrasting color ties, and I chose contrasting button colors on there, and it all feels nice and secure. It looks good. When you hang this up, you simply turn it around, find a piece of the wire, hang it over a nail, and it stays up nicely. One of the tips I picked up last week from a friend who saw this was it's a great thing for fathers, because men don't always have decoration for their office that look masculine. These are men's ties, so why not give this as a gift, as a consideration?
Great. Thanks so much for being here, Karen. If you would like more how-to tips, you can look for us on Pinterest, search Goodwill Valleys, or go to our goodwillvalleys.com page and click on the link for Pinterest.